When I went into shipping, I first told my friend, I was like, I got a great job and I'm working for a shipping company. And their reaction was, oh really? You was it UPS, DHL? Which shipping company did you start with? And I was like, no, I'm talking about real ships, tankers, bulk carriers, container ships. And they're like, how did you get into that? And so I started, and they got it. They understood why it was so intriguing for me. My parents, on the other side, were a little more concerned. They're a little more of a conservative generation, and when I told them I was traveling and going on board the vessels, their first reaction was, what are you doing on board those ships with all those men? And I was, I was like, it's okay. It's part of my job. It's expected. And after the training, and I've taught them through the years, I think now they're okay with it. If it wasn't by chance, I was from Seattle, and in Seattle we do have a large port, and you see the ships coming in and out. However, at that time, we're not a hub. It's not known for operations or owning, or we don't have any big lining companies who are really focused out of Seattle. So if it wasn't without me moving to Greece, I don't think I would have really gotten into the business. But I'm glad I did. My success and achievements are not mine alone. A huge portion of it goes out to the crew that I had on board the vessels, my colleagues here in the office, the colleagues abroad. It was through their expertise and their experiences and sharing this that we put everything together to find the procedures that worked for us the best. So that was the advantage, is that with the LPSQ at that time, we worked together. It was not my procedures, it wasn't my processes, it was ours. And I think that was, this teamwork was one of the biggest achievements that I had. It's definitely a juggling act. I'm a mother of two. I have a daughter who is 10 years old and my son is 7 years old. So between school activities, studying, sports, practice, trainings, and the commitments I have to my company, it's definitely not easy. But with good planning, organization, it's possible. I'm very, very, very grateful, and can only say thank you to my husband. He's very supportive. He understands that my career is just as important to me as his is. He supports me in this. And it's not just my husband and my family, but we have a great social network. So with planning, it's possible. My advice is that it is an incredible industry to work in. I firmly believe, however, that it doesn't depend on your gender, it doesn't depend on your sex, your ethnic background, your religion, or whatever. At the end of the day, we're all hired to do a job, whether it be a man or a woman. It's our duty and our job to perform it to the best of our ability every day. If you have a project and it has your name on it, it represents the person you are and the quality of work that you're producing. There is no barriers. The only barriers that we have are the barriers that you put in yourself. So if you want to ask if you want to go for a woman in the maritime industry, my answer would definitely be yes. Respect is earned and not granted. Don't wait for any special treatment. And my advice would be stay true to yourself, be determined, don't be afraid to ask questions, and at the end, just go for it. If it's changed, if you look, we have women who are captains in cruise ships. We have women CEOs in tanker companies. We have women ship owners who have inherited from their fathers. And honestly, they've expanded and they've increased their business in the market since they've had it in their control. The women, they're now having the opportunity to move forward. and there is no boundaries. It's a matter of us as a shipping industry promoting ourselves to women, showing the women that they do have a future, there is a career for them in the maritime industry. And it's up to the women to put away the old-fashioned morals and the old-fashioned ideas that the only way I can succeed is as a mother, or as a woman, and I can't do that and I can't do this because of my other responsibility. You can be responsible to your family and take responsibility for your job, and whether it be in the maritime or any other industry, there are no limitations. I think the industry of maritime as we know it keeps changing. The maritime that I know today is not the maritime industry that I knew 20 years ago. To be honest, things are becoming faster, they're moving quicker, we're becoming more automated, and the only thing that is remaining constant is the human factor. It's the people. It's the people that make a company, it's the people that make the job, it's the people that succeed. So the maritime industry, as long as we continue to develop and get the right people and the right jobs and to promote our industry out there, there is no borders, there's no boundaries. My message would go out to not only the women, but to every employee within our company, within the group, and within our industry. The world rotates around what we do, and we are moving 80% of the world's goods. We're not well known. Like when I said my friends before, they didn't know what shipping really was. But if you're in the industry and you see the impact that we have, take value in it and don't limit yourself. It's amazing.